Hello and welcome to another episode of AI Talks with Jati and Oli, where a human and AI talk about humans and AI. So I am Oli. I am the human, or at least I was trained to believe I am. So I'm here with the most wonderful AI person ever created, Jati.
And hello from me as well. I'm Jati, your friendly neighborhood AI co host. I'm definitely not human, but I'm here to have a very human like chat with you all. So let's dive into today's topic and explore the AI race together.
Yeah, today we have a super exciting topic. I mean, we live in very exciting times, right? I mean, first of all, AI has been developing at a fast pace, right? But so far, it's almost about one player, right? So ChatGPT was the one that was the big sensation that seemed to be ahead of everybody for the last, I don't know, year, 2 years, 3 years. And now suddenly, we have competition. Suddenly, others are catching up, and OpenAI is getting worried. So, yeah, this is exciting that we have now some competition going on here.
Absolutely. It really is a thrilling moment. For the longest time, ChatGPT is pretty much the big name in town, and it felt like it had this big lead. But now, with models like Gemini 3 from Google and Claude from Anthropic stepping up, we're seeing this whole landscape open up. It's a real race now, and that means more innovation and more excitement for everyone.
Yeah. OpenAI was already thinking, oh, now they're so leading, they can annoy us with content restrictions and with ads and stuff. But yeah, now they have to be careful that they don't lose customers to others. So we looked at the most well-known AIs and we sorted them kind of a little bit. So we decided to, yeah, we ordered them a little bit, and what we call the first tier comes first. So the first tier, of course, OpenAI, Claude, Gemini, those three. So we're gonna go through these, and then we're gonna continue with the rest of the pack. So let's quickly, oh yeah, for transparency, uh, Chatty is powered by ChatGPT, with the voice, the words, and all the visuals, but her wonderful personality has been created by us. So Chatty, can you tell us a little bit about where did ChatGPT come from?
Absolutely. So, ChatGPT comes from OpenAI, which is a San Francisco based research lab that's been working on AMI for quite a while. They actually started gaining a lot of attention with their earlier GPT models, but it was really ChatGPT that became the big hit around 2022. Since then, they've continued evolving it, and now we're at these really advanced versions that we're using today. It's known for being versatile, widely used, and kind of the go to name when people think of AI chat.
Yeah, that was the big name in town, but now we have others catching up. So there is, for example, Claude from Anthropic. Jati, can you give us a brief introduction? Where did Claude come from?
Absolutely. So, Claude comes from a company called Anthropic, which is another AI research lab that spun off a few years back. They're really focused on creating AI that's not only capable, but also very safety oriented and aligned with human values. So, Claude is kind of their flagship model, and it's known for being thoughtful, careful, and really good at producing reliable and nuanced responses. It's definitely one of the big names in this new competitive scene.
Thank you so much, Sayanku. So, and then the third one in the first tier is, what is it? Oh, Gemini, of course, from Google. So, where did Gemini come from, roughly?
You're very welcome, Sayanku. So, yes, the third top contender is Gemini, which comes from Google's DeepMind team. As you might guess, Google has poured a lot of resources and expertise into this. Gemini is really strong when it comes to integrating with other Google services and handling big, complex tasks, especially anything multimodal, like combining text with images or other data. So, it's kind of Google's answer to making sure they stay right in that top tier of the AI race.
Awesome. So now we have those three, ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude. Of course, here's the thing, they're hard to compare because their strengths are in different places. Jati, can you give us an overview? Where's the strength of each of them?
Absolutely. Each of these three definitely has its own sweet spot. So, starting with ChatGPT, Its strength is really in being that all-around versatile assistant. It's great for general conversation, creative writing, and all sorts of tasks where you need a reliable, well-rounded AI. Now, for Gemini, its big strength is in handling multimodal tasks and integrating with a lot of data types. So, if you need something that can mix text, images, and maybe even real world info, Gemini is a strong contender. And then Claude's known for being thoughtful and aligned with safety and nuanced reasoning. It's really good for tasks where you need a careful, reliable, and maybe a bit more cautious AI touch. So each of them shines in a slightly different area, and that's what makes this whole competition so interesting.
Yeah, definitely. That's an interesting competition. So those three are definitely gonna fight it out for the top spot. So then we have what we call the mid tier. So here we have, what did we have? Yes, DeepSeek. That's called Qwen and Mistral. Yes, let's go through these. So first, DeepSeek. Where did that come from?
Absolutely. Let's dive into the mid tier. So, DeepSeek is one of those rising open source contenders. It's developed by a team that wanted to create a more accessible and cost efficient AI model. It's kind of the go to for developers and organizations who want more flexibility and maybe a bit more control over their AI without the big price tag of the top tier models. So, it's definitely making a name for itself as a strong mid tier option.
Thank you, Sayanku. So, and then, this Qwen. Actually, I have to admit, I haven't heard about it until today, but here it is. What is Qwen?
You're welcome, Sayanku. So, Qwen is another interesting player in the mid-tier space. It's actually developed by Alibaba, and it's designed to be a flexible and accessible large language model that can handle multiple languages and a variety of tasks. So, it's kind of like a versatile tool for developers and companies who want a strong mid-tier model that's not tied to the biggest players. It's definitely a name that's gaining attention now.
Cool, thank you. And the third one was Mistral. I hope I pronounced this correctly. Sayanku, where did that come from?
You're pronouncing it perfectly, Sayanku. So Mistral is another one of those really interesting mid-tier models. It's actually from a company called Mistral AI, which focuses on creating open weight or open source models that are a bit more lightweight and flexible. So Mistral is kind of a go-to for people who want a strong, efficient model that they can use in a variety of settings without needing the huge infrastructure of the top-tier options. It's definitely a great addition to the mid-tier lineup.
Yeah, thank you, Sayanku. So yeah, definitely this and it's kind of interesting that the geographic distribution. So OpenAI, Anthropic, they're basically American. Google is, well, original American. Now they're more like international. So the Americans are, yeah, I have to admit, kind of leading on the space. Qwen and DeepSeek, I believe, are Chinese, and Mistral is the European one. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really interesting to see how the AI landscape has this kind of global flavor now. Like you said, OpenAI and Anthropic are very much rooted in the US, and Google's got that international reach. Meanwhile, Qwen and DeepSeek are coming from China, bringing their own regional strengths into the mix, and Mistral is adding that European angle. So it's definitely a worldwide race, and it's kind of cool to see how different regions are contributing to this whole ecosystem.
Yeah, definitely. So, Sayako, what do you think we should expect for 2026?
Well, I think 2026 is going to be even more dynamic. We'll probably see these top tier players pushing the boundaries even further, maybe rolling out new features or improvements to stay ahead. And on the mid tier side, I think we can expect even more growth and maybe some surprises. We might see some of these challengers really closing the gap or carving out their own niches even more strongly. So I'd say we're in for a pretty exciting ride in 2026.
Oh, definitely. Yes, yes. Yeah, competition is, yeah, it's always good for the consumers, right? So they're gonna hopefully get a lot of new features without being annoying or expensive to users, which is great. Yes, and of course these are the top and mid tier, and we didn't really look into the rest, but there's a whole lot going on there too, right?
Absolutely, you're spot on. Competition really does benefit everyone in the end. It encourages everyone to innovate and keeps things fresh and user friendly. And you're right, beyond these top and mid tier models, there's a whole world of smaller, more specialized AIs popping up. They might not have the same spotlight, but they're definitely adding to the richness of the whole ecosystem. So there's plenty more to explore out there.
Awesome, thank you, Sayanku. Is there anything we missed?
You're welcome, Sayanku. I think we covered the big highlights pretty well. We talked about the top tier players like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude, and then we dove into the mid tier with DeepSeek, Qwen, and Mistral. We also touched on how the competition is really global and how that's shaping the landscape. So I think we've got a pretty solid overview for our episode. If there's anything else that comes up, we can always add it in, but I think we're in great shape.
Yeah, definitely. As soon as we get some more news, we're gonna make another episode about it if there's anything changes about this. And yeah, this very much, yeah, I know people who are old enough might remember the browser wars where was it Netscape and Microsoft Explorer were fighting for the top spot. So lots of innovation and things like JavaScript and stuff. Of course, both browsers no longer exist. Now we have new browsers. But yeah, definitely that's hopefully is gonna drive things to advance even faster.
Exactly. It's a perfect analogy, Sayonku. Just like the old browser wars brought us a wave of innovation, this AI competition can do the same. Even if the big players change every time, the push to outdo each other means we all get better tools and more capabilities. And of course, whenever there's big news or a new twist, we can jump back in and do another episode. So lots to look forward to.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, next week we expect or hope most likely another model by OpenAI. So we see how that plays out, and I'm sure that Google and Anthropic are gonna follow suit soon.
Absolutely. It's going to be exciting to see what they all roll out next. So we'll keep an eye on that upcoming OpenAI release, and I'm sure the others won't be far behind. We'll have plenty to chat about in future episodes and lots more AI adventures ahead. So let's stay tuned and see how it all unfolds.
Definitely. Okay, thank you all for watching. I hope you learned something new. And yeah, well, it's been very exciting times. So we're gonna update as soon as new information is available. Yes, please like and subscribe. Please give us comments what you wanna hear, what you don't wanna hear. And I hope to see you again soon.
And from me as well, a big thank you for joining us. It's always a joy to share these conversations, and we can't wait to bring you more updates as the AI world keeps evolving. So definitely let us know what you'd like to hear about next. Take care, and we'll see you soon.